I'm Tracey Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. This morning I have McKenzie here. How are you, lady?
I am good. How are you?
I am so much better.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I am COVID-free, thank the Lord.
I know. After your hiatus, it's so good to see you again.
Yeah, made you appreciate me, right?
Yes, it really did. I know. I was saying a couple times that I don't want to be Tracey again.
Yeah, our listeners are like, I don't know. We liked McKenzie.
I don't think so.
I heard them all saying they said
so.
she did a great job.
Ooh.
So, but hey, we have you here today.
Yeah.
And we have another guest.
We do. We have Tom from the Sloan Museum Auto Fair. Hi, Tom.
Hi, McKenzie.
How
Hi,
are
Tracey.
you today?
I'm great. Glad
Good.
to be here.
Good. We're glad to have you here.
I know. I missed him at our last event that we were supposed to do together because he hurt himself. So
Oh no.
I know.
No. Well, good now?
Dislocated my knee, popped it back in place. Now I'm hobbling,
know.
but I'm walking.
I know.
You know,
Oh.
this age thing, it's not what
Not a good thing, is it?
I didn't bargain for this. No.
No, I don't think any of us do, but we're all heading there.
Yes. So he's all healthy now, and he's back, ready to do
We're
this.
back. We're ready for the show.
Yes.
We're great. Now, do you actually work at Sloan, or how does that work?
No. I'm a volunteer. I've got my own manufacturing company in Grand Blanc.
Okay. What's your manufacturing company?
It's Premier Tooling Systems. We make
Oh,
cutting
okay.
tools for automotive parts, prototype parts. We sell them
Awesome.
all over the world.
So you didn't know we were going to talk about that, but hey.
No.
As
Throwing it in.
McKenzie will tell you, my mind wanders and it just comes right out my mouth.
It's great. That's why it's nice to have her here.
So anyway, well, let's get back to the topic.
Yes.
So-
Sloan Museum Auto Fair is
Yes.
coming up. Tom, what are the dates for that?
All right, so we have the auto fair is Saturday and Sunday, June 25th and 26th. That is at the Cultural Center. After a few years away, we are now back in front of the Sloan on the grounds of the Flint Institute of Arts and the Music Center and
Wow.
Whiting Auditorium. We're back.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, when and Sloan is still closed, though, right? It's out at the Cortland.
Sloan is, I think the Cortland facility has closed.
Okay.
Because they're in the process of moving everything
Right.
back over to the museum.
Right.
The museum will formally open the 16th of July, which is a Saturday.
That is fantastic.
And-
So excited.
I
Yeah.
know, me too.
But during the show on June 25th and 26th, we will have the auto gallery open.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
We're not sure how we're getting to it because I don't think we can go through the museum, but we'll have signage up that will point people around to the back entry so they can come in, see the
Okay.
cars in the collection.
Oh, that's cool.
The lobby of the new museum will also be open. And in the lobby, we'll have coffee and treats in there. We have a special display of a 1953 Corvette.
Ooh.
It is owned by the National Corvette Museum. This is a cutaway, so it's half cutaway. You can see all the
Oh, so
internal
you can see it.
mechanisms.
Oh,
Yes.
that's neat.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
so
pretty cool. And
cool.
it's actually
That is
it was originally Corvette number 3 that was manufactured in Flint in 1953.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So we have
That is so awesome. I mean, you know, I always tease my husband and my kids because they are history buffs, museum people. My husband is the one that goes in and reads every sign and he has to look at every. And I'm just not that way, but I do love going to the museums. I mean, that's always been on our trips. We went to a car museum in Alaska in Fairbanks, and they had. Theirs was neat. They had the cars, and then they had like the clothing of the period, like there.
cool.
So it was on mannequins and stuff. It was really neat. It was a neat way to do it. But I've been to Sloan before. I love Sloan. I think it was always one of the best museums that I thought, and and we used to go down to Henry Ford museum as well. Love that too. But you know, it's such the Sloan Longway FIA. People don't realize what a gem that is, and to have that here in our community, it draws people from all over the world, doesn't it?
It does, and it's over the last 10 years. It's been a major evolution of the whole grounds. The new library, Flint Public Library, just finished construction and is reopening very soon. I think it is open just in the last week or so, maybe.
Wow.
A few years ago, 5 years ago, the Flint Institute of Arts put a big addition on. They offer a lot of courses for the general public to come and learn how to do things. You know,
That's neat.
clay work and glass blowing, all these type of things. And then now the new museum is opening. And
wasn't a lot of this made possible by that millage that got passed? And did they just renew it? Or
actually, that is not the case. The
Really?
millage, which is a great thing for the cultural center, only took up about half of the operating cost of the cultural center.
Okay.
The trade-off was that now people do not have to pay if you're a Genesee County resident to go in, but it doesn't cover the cost. And I know, for example, the Sloan Museum, this was over a $30 million improvement to the museum, rebuild. That was all private funds.
Yeah.
Todd Slisher, the executive director, and his crew, they raised all this money over the past 5 years. So there was no millage money involved in that at all.
No, that's good for people to know.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
good for people to know. And also to know that if you are a Genesee County resident, you can get in free, or if there's something special going on, it's a discounted rate, isn't it?
Yeah, because some of the displays are quite expensive to bring in, and the traveling exhibits. So there's a small fee for that. Now for our car show, which is normally the museum would be completely open for free. It's going to be partially open this year, but normally it would be open. Our car shows, there is a fee for that, for people coming in. All right, so cars that want to come and show their car, there's an advance registration for $20 if you want to be judged, $15 if you don't want to be judged.
Okay.
And for the general public, which we encourage to come, it's $7 for an adult, free for 12 and under.
Not much.
It's very inexpensive. And the art museum is open. The museum will be open. The library's open. There's a lot of things going on there.
Yeah. So the museum itself won't be fully open because they're not open
Still
yet
setting
to the
up
public.
displays.
So,
Correct.
But there will be a small section open during this time,
Yeah,
so
the
people can
lobby-
get a sneak peek.
Yeah, front lobby will be open. So if it's very hot, it'd be nice and air conditioned. in there.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be nice.
And you get a sneak peek, and you can see some of the displays from the front lobby. But yeah, it's not quite going to be ready for the full opening, but that comes in July. And then,
Right around the corner.
yeah.
So excited for
with,
that.
With our auto fair, it's a family event in addition to just being a car show. We have bounce houses for the kids. We have the make and take models, which we let the kids come in, and we have a modeling club that will help them put them together, or their parents can help them put them together.
Cool.
And for the really small kids that are maybe waiting for their older brother or sister to put their model together, we have a little coloring contest.
Awesome.
It's really not a contest. Everybody wins. Everybody gets something when they go.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
And then
yeah.
we're also for the children, we're giving away hard hats. They're red plastic. They're fake hard hats, but they're hard hats. Just kind of a symbol of the construction and
That's cool.
what's going on.
That's neat.
So we try to have some things for the kids. We have music. We have food trucks. We have a special display of cars. That
Rusty's
are,
clapping about
like
the food trucks.
We call it a celebration of the automobile.
Okay.
Nice.
I like the food trucks too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And
Love
it
the
shows.
food
You,
trucks.
you can tell. And we have some good ones.
Yeah.
So
And that's on the 25th and the 26th.
correct.
Which
So-
is that Saturday and Sunday?
Yep.
It's a Saturday and Sunday. It's all day. Starts at 9 in the morning for the general public. Goes until 5. But we also have a free event that takes place at Shea Automotive on their lot at the corner of Corona and Linden Road
Yep.
on Thursday, the 23rd.
Correct.
So
right
a
before
lead
the
up.
event. Yep.
A pre-party.
Yes, a
Yes.
pre-party before the party. So from 4 to 7, join us at Shea. We're going to have a ton of classic cars out here and some music, some giveaways, all of the fun stuff.
Okay. And that's from 4 to 7 on, what is that, the 23rd?
Correct.
Look at me. I can do numbers.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Math is your specialty, isn't
I'm
it?
telling you. So anyway, so we've got the Sloan Museum Auto Fair,
Mm-hmm.
but there's tons of stuff going down there. Yeah, you've got the planetarium there. You
Yes.
got FIA. Now, the planetarium's open, right?
It will be open. There'll be shows going on all weekend.
Yeah. So,
So,
you can
yeah.
do multiple things while you're down
A lot
there.
of things to
It's
do.
going to be
It's
fun.
all in our cultural center down in the city of Flint.
And how many years has this been going on?
Oh, that's an important question. This is the 50th show.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
50 years.
Oh my
The
gosh.
first one was in June of 1973,
Wow.
and so it's a big celebration for us.
So who started it? Do you know?
Yes, his name is Bob Sovis. Bob has been a supporter of the museum since he can remember. It's going back when it was formed in 1967, and in 73 he was looking at the collection and talking to the administrators of the museum, and realized that they needed to raise money to maintain this car collection Otherwise, cars just can't sit around and,
Right.
and
Right.
just be
They have to
stored.
be maintained.
Yeah.
So that was the purpose, and that is the purpose of the show, is to maintain, to restore, to acquire cars that are significant to the Genesee County region. At one time, we had an old Model T. Well, that's the wrong make in Genesee County, so we got rid of that. It's all critical
Wrong.
cars, too.
Wrong one.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't need that one.
No. And I didn't mention the manufacturer because that's
We
not,
don't need to, exactly.
not in this building.
Not in this building. He understands.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah.
So this is all critical to Genesee County, which is your General Motors brands.
Right.
General Motors was founded in Genesee County. Buick was founded in Genesee County. So that's what the collection's all about.
Louis Chevrolet, lot of history about him
Yes.
as well. Oh, Rusty's got something to say.
Yeah, Tom and I go way back, so I remember things from other interviews that we've done together. Do you still have the award for the one woman that's local here?
Yes, the Elise Luke Award, which is a award for Elise Luke was a lady who supported the museum for many years. And
I worked with her at Flint Community Players for a long time.
Okay.
Okay.
So when,
All right.
when she passed a few years ago, her family donated some money in her honor, and we used that money to have a perpetual award, the Elise Luke Award. So the criteria behind the Elise Luke Award, again, we're encouraging everybody to get into cars and classic cars. It's not just an old man's thing, even though it kind of is.
But it's not. Kids enjoy it too.
And we want youth, and young people to get involved in it. And we want women to get involved with it. So this is originally started off as for a woman-owned car that she presented at the show. Well, over the years, as my wife reminded me, that it might be my car, but it's her car too. And if a woman presents a car, it doesn't have to be in her husband's name or a man's name. So we wanted to get some of the sexism out of it. We just want a car presented by a woman who it's in her family. That's because it's eligible for the Elise Luke Award.
That's cool. That's
That
cool
is
because
cool.
we don't do cars. My nephew has one that he's restoring, but we restore old tractors, gas tractors. So
Oh.
we have each of the tractors. I've helped work on them. And like you said, sometimes it's not their tractor, but they've helped work on it or they've helped do something with it. So that's really neat because, like on ours, we have the little. Well, on ours, there are magnets that go on them, say what the tractor is and who's it. But like one has my husband's name and my daughter's name because they worked on it together. And one has my husband and our son. And I don't have my name on any of them.
Well, it's
Now,
interesting
what's
you
up with
mentioned-
that?
Come on, Tracey.
I just thought about that.
Because we have a display of tractors. We
Yeah.
have a John Deere Collectors Club that's from the Flint Saginaw area. They're
Right.
coming out. We'll have about 20 classic tractors there. And these fellas, they line them up. They're going to be in front of the Music Center on Kersley Street.
So
They-
cool.
They love to answer
neat.
questions. If kids want to sit in them, these guys will let them sit on
Yep.
their tractor.
Yeah, that's what my husband says. If you're going to show it, you got to let the kids
Yeah.
climb on it. Yep.
So it's a lot of fun.
Well, and the deers make that thump, thump, thump noise, which is always cool too. So
Now, in the museum, you guys also have a tank in there, right?
There is a tank.
Now, that was
Yes.
brought in from somewhere else, correct?
Well, the museum's had that tank for several years. It was in the Buick Gallery, which is a small building just off to the side of the campus. It was never in the main museum.
Okay.
So now in the new museum, you can actually, the way they've got it displayed, if you're out on Robert T driving by in the evening, it's going to be lit up and you can see it behind the glass windows.
It's like a big garage door where it's at, right?
It was. but
Yeah.
it-
They moved it?
Well, it's going to be upstairs in the
Okay.
glass area. Yeah.
That'll be so cool. I heard about
Yeah.
the history of that too. Just there's so many different historical moments in Flint that people don't even know about that you can definitely experience walking through this museum.
a lot of history here.
A lot of history. Yes, I love it. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. So let's start one more time. When is the show?
It's June 25th and 26th. That's Saturday and Sunday.
What time does it start?
The public gates open at 9 a.m.
Okay.
If you're wanting to show your car, you can come as early as 7 a.m.
Awesome. And they can pre-register to show their car, right?
You register to show the car online
Okay.
at the sloanautoffair.com.
Okay.
You can register day of the show.
All right. Awesome.
Now, for being just a volunteer, Tom, you really do know a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that's
How
just-
long have you been volunteering for this?
I've
Yeah.
been on the committee 10 years, and then I was drafted 9 years ago to be chairman. And I've been spending this year training a new gentleman to be chairman as I'm.
Is it kind of
retiring.
like Cub Scouts where it's
No.
it's only 1 hour, only 1 hour a month,
Did you-
and then you end up there 10 years later, right?
Did you miss that?
No, he's training somebody else.
Because he's retiring.
I'm gonna still be involved with the committee, but being chairman, you know,
Aw.
I'm getting up there in age, and I have other interests. I have grandkids all over the country, and
Yeah.
and kids, and
That's a lot of work putting on
yeah,
something like this
yeah,
too.
So you know, things change,
Yeah.
but I'm leaving it in good hands, and you know,
So who's
nothing
training?
will change.
Who's up and coming?
Pete Granger. Pete Granger's family has been involved for 40 years plus. His dad and two of his uncles have been involved with the auto fair for many years.
Awesome.
I don't know Sloan without Tom. This is going to be weird for me.
I'll
Yeah.
be around.
He's probably the only person you've ever dealt with, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only person I've ever dealt with in the last few years. Yeah.
That's funny.
And I get younger and younger every
Yes,
year, don't
you
I?
do. Yes, you don't age. You definitely don't age.
There you go. There you go. And then you're doing the pre-show.
Yes, Thursday, June 23rd from 4 to 7 at Shea. It's going to be in the same lot that it's always at between Buick and Mega. So lots of cars, music, and a lot of fun.
It's great. Can't wait for that.
I know. At least I'll see you there since you were not at the last event, unfortunately. And now we're giving anything away?
Are you giving anything away?
I know Shay's going to give away a little something.
We have dash plaques for everybody that
Yep.
comes,
Mhm.
for people that bring their car in. But, you know, one thing we want to do while we're here is we need to encourage, you know, not just the car owners to bring their car to the cruise, but it's open to the public.
Yep.
It's free.
Yep.
Come on out and look at the cars, kind of a little warm-up for the auto fair.
Mhm.
And then I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some new cars on the Shea lot, nice and shined up,
Yes.
ready to go.
Always new cars, and then we'll have a few cool cars from the Mega lot that we have some that are different. They're new, but they're old, and they're classic, but not as classic as some of the ones you'll see. But they're cool. You'll
And-
definitely see some cool
And,
cars.
and car people, one of the common questions they ask when they see something they like is it for sale?
Oh yeah,
And I think everything here is for sale.
everything at Shea is for sale. Rumor has it. Yes.
Rumor has it. Everything's for
Are you okay
sale.
over there with your mic?
I am.
I don't know
was
what you're
having a
doing.
no, I was trying to figure out how much time we had and all that, and
You're
I
setting
was
your mic down?
yeah, I was setting my mic down and causing all kinds of noise and no telling because I had taken off my headphones and I had to put them back on. You can't do that one-handed. Sorry.
No, you
Not gonna
cannot.
happen.
No, you cannot. You can try.
So now that I've been totally unprofessional.
I didn't know she was setting it down, or else I would have
Yelled at her.
done something.
Didn't have a choice. Anyway, so and I totally missed you. Oh no, I heard you.
You heard me?
Yes,
That's
I
because
did.
your headphones weren't on.
I did.
That's why.
My headphones were on. Oh my gosh, they pick on me all the time here, Rusty.
She's flustered
I'm telling
now.
you.
She's all flustered, doesn't know what
pick
to
it on
do.
me. So okay, so we talked about the auto fair.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about where people. What's the name of the web? Is it a website they can go to?
Yes, yeah, it's
One
a
more
website.
time. What
It's
is that?
sloanautofair.com.
Okay, because we want to make sure people get that because they should go pre-register their car if they're going to
Yes.
be down there. Just make sure they get a spot and all that stuff. And all,
For the Sloan Auto Fair, and then like what he said just a minute ago is the one at Shea is free.
right, but can they pre-register? How are you doing that? Are
Nope,
they
don't need to
registering or
register
they
for
just
that.
come in?
They just come.
drive in.
Just
Yep.
come on in. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That's always great.
We like to hold free events.
Yeah.
We like to have free stuff
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, you know what? That's part of what you do with us as a community partner too.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the great events we've had here and that we're going to have here in the future. So, I mean, we just had our bunny trail
Yep.
with the egg drop.
Yep.
which-
We have a couple other events that we probably need to talk about after this show too, coming up that we need to start planning.
Yeah.
But that's for after this.
Yes,
After this show.
After this. But yeah, I was just talking to somebody about that too. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, we finally set a date. I'm like, okay, I guess we should have a meeting. Anyway. You know how that goes, Tom. Trying to organize anything. It's like herding cats sometimes. But we've got so Tom is been there forever. Now he's leaving. We're sad to see him go.
You better not leave permanently. He'll
No,
be around.
I will not.
No.
Okay,
I'll
good.
be around.
Is this your last year doing being chairman?
That's it. Just being chairman.
Mhm.
It's time to turn it over to some younger ideas, and that's what we're doing.
Mm.
There you go. Well, you know, change is always good, but we have a wonderful summer coming up because you have Sloan's going to reopen to the public, the entire museum.
So it's a good year.
Yeah, it's
if you're going to
very
retire,
good
I guess it's a good
and
year.
it's the 50th anniversary of the
50th
show.
anniversary, yes.
And I'm so excited though about Sloan reopening because it was out at, it never really closed. It was out at Cortland, right, for a while, which is not in Flint Township, but we'll let that go. and, and it's moving now back to the city of Flint, which also not Flint Township, but we'll let that go too. No, I'm just kidding. We love the cultural center downtown, and it's an asset for the whole county. And if you've not been, go.
And it offers a lot more than just cars. It has a lot of educational programs for kids too, and kids activities there. So it's super cool. I got to tour it before it opened a year ago, and it was really cool to walk through. And I'm just so excited to see it when it's done.
Are they still doing the summer camps down at the cultural center for the kids?
I believe they do, yes.
Are they? Yeah. When my kids were little, I took them to do summer camp down there one year. And it was so cool. My son is 2 years older than my daughter. And I want to say he was 9 at the time. We did Long Way for him. And they did a rocket camp where they could build a rocket. So
That's cool.
And then my daughter she was doing something at Sloan, and they ended up doing stuff at the museum. It was more art type thing. And then they got to go to Applewood. So it was so neat. There's just so many things that are available to the public. But I want to thank you so much, McKenzie, for bringing Tom in today, and Tom for coming. It's just, we're so excited to have things happening.
Yeah.
And stuff that we can bring people to, especially, with the free pre-event here at Shea on the 23rd from 4 to 7. And then the Sloan Auto Fair on the 25th and 26th. So, thanks for
Tom.
coming in, guys.
We'll miss you.
Yeah, we appreciate having you here, though. Today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a great day.